Pulley. The hell?
Yeah, bro, it's the tits version. You know what I'm saying?
The tits version. So what does the button do? I don't even want to.
That's the one that changes the dates.
The dates.
Yeah, dates of the week.
Gotcha. And so when it has what 2 steps, you can start it whenever.
Yeah,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah, it has 2 steps on the crown only for the day of the month and then the time.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. I'm not gonna touch it. I don't want to touch the button. You know. But,
You can. I mean,
what does it do?
It flips. It's click it. You'll see.
Doesn't do nothing.
Yeah, because it's stuck.
Yeah, shit. But can you turn it through time and will it flip?
No, it's
No.
stuck. That mechanism is stuck.
Okay. Shit. And then the day of the month you can change?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still wearable.
I like the
guess.
bracelet, man. That bracelet is so nice.
Yeah. It's kept like it's formed pretty well over time for sure. And what is this? It just clips up?
Push pull up. Yep.
I like these because you can. This is like a quick adjust, you know.
Yep.
You just
Yeah, you pop that metal thing.
Yeah,
in,
pop it
just,
up and move it over. How old is this watch? You know?
It's older than me for sure. So it's older than 40 years old.
Oh, it's older than you?
Yes, it's older than me.
Shit. Did you look up the serial number or anything like that on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, like come up to like 76 or some shit like that.
76, 1976 is when it came out.
Something like that, if I remember correctly. But that was a long time ago.
So, guys, welcome back. Episode 112. We started off with a big known topic here, watches. Jay brought in his grandfather's old watch. He got it from his mom a couple weeks ago, right?
Well, no, I've always had it. I just never really messed with it because it wasn't working. Because I contacted the company and I was like, hey, can you fix it? They're like, no, we can't. And I was like, okay. Well, then I took it to, and then I was like, oh, maybe a watchmaker can do it. So I took it to the watchmaker. The guy's like, listen, honestly, I'm not even going to open it. But I'm telling you right now, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Just keep it the way it is. I was like, okay. So I've been keeping it the way it is until I go to Japan to one of those watchmakers, the ones that are not afraid to do this.
Yeah, I mean, you could, one of those guys would maybe find it, especially since it's an Orient. And then I was gifted this over the weekend from my grandfather. So, little topic of hand-me-downs from my grandfathers here.
Yeah.
This is an old Victorinox that my grandfather got in the 90s from a promotion that Marlboro did with this Swiss watch. This is actually this is like the Swiss Army watches. Like, you guys ever seen Swiss Army knives and stuff like that? It's the same company that makes these watches too. They did a promotion with like you get so many cigarettes and they'll send you a watch, right? Damn, it's hot in here. What the hell? It's like put the heat on. Yeah. So this watch is older than me too. So we're both got watches here that are older than each other.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
that's
kind of
probably
funny.
I'm not saying it to be cliche, but that's probably one of my favorite watches that I have.
Yeah, that's how I feel about this one now.
Yeah.
I've been wearing it a lot the past week the past few days since I got it. Wore it to work yesterday.
And the fact that I can't fix it, it makes me even want it more.
Really? That would bug the shit out of me.
It's not bugging the shit out of me because I understand why you can't fix it.
Well, yeah, of course. We're not gonna bitch and
what-
moan like a little kid, right?
Yeah, but what bugs me is that I cannot wear it
Why?
because it's not gonna give me correct time, correct date, correct.
It'll give you correct time.
Yeah, that's when it's gonna start bug the shit out of me because it's not giving me the correct day of the date.
But then what's the point? You wear it, bro. Come on.
Nah.
I thought earlier today that I really need to start like wearing my watch.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things
The
is
reason
wearing.
why is gonna be this is gonna sound really stupid, right? I want to pull a Jocko Willink. I just want to be able to say, "It's 6:53. We out, baby."
The other day, I almost did it. I'll do it on Thursday. I was gonna post in the group chat, being like Jocko, the same thing. I thought of the same thing when I got up last week for the first time on that Monday for 4 a.m. And it was funny because we actually got up at like 3:30, and I'm sitting, I'm thinking, I got up earlier than Jocko, actually, bitch. Because he usually gets up around
Ed
3:40
Jocko, get on my level.
3:45, 3:54 to 4:15, right? So I was up like 3:27, and I was like, Jocko ain't got shit on it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, bro,
He'd
waking
still
up at
choke
that
your
time.
ass though.
Yeah,
So-
just do many things.
You guys want to talk a little bit about the new Audemar Piguet that came out?
Yeah, we will, but yeah, we're talking watches. Talk.
This is a new watch that they released, special edition thing that came out with
It's a girl's watch.
Tamara Ralph. Yeah, so it's a collaboration with a painter, with an artist. Yeah, it is a girl's watch, but it's pretty cool. If you notice, it's got a flying tourbillon, and in the middle, that little circle of jewels, it goes around spinning.
That's cool.
So it kind of oscillates in there because it's not necessarily spinning in a circle or anything. And it's got the three different kinds of. It's got a few different kinds of gold on the inside. I think it's a pretty cool looking little watch. I did notice it's one of their. It's a Royal Oak concept, which if you notice the concepts have they're a little more rounded, and then they have that curvature to the case to kind of hug the wrist, which is pretty interesting.
Which makes sense for it to be a girl's watch because their watches are usually pretty big and girls' wrists are usually small. So it'll fit the wrist better. Nicer.
Yeah, I think this watch is pretty small. It's
Do you
probably
think
like a 36.
maybe they
Even
do?
at 36.
Does Audemar Piguet make other female watches?
They
They
make
make a
make
yeah.
a bunch of different kinds of watches. Yeah, for sure.
They
It's
make
not just
small
like they're most known for the Royal Oak line.
I was
right?
gonna say
But
maybe they did this because their audience, like female audience, has been increasing a lot more.
that would make sense.
Well, see, like you got to think about who is their female audience that's increasing.
Like rappers, successful businesswomen.
Successful businesswomen, yes and no, because they have to match it. It's a very rough, tough,
Like,
bomba
if you
clap
really,
watch.
if you
know?
think about it, like successful businesswomen,
Yeah.
they're going to be out there hustling. You know, getting their things. They're going to be completely interested in other things that traditional women are going to be.
Yeah, I
focused
think
in.
successful women will go right after the Richard Milles, like the candy versions, more than
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, I mean this watch is coming in at a pretty penny. It's 190
Yeah.
something thousand retail, which probably be even more secondhand market, probably closer to $250,000 or even more.
And
Who knows? So
Chanel, Bulgari, Dior, they've all been in a watch game, especially in a high-end
I
watch
actually
game.
saw
with
pretty
diamonds and everything.
pretty interesting watch. It had like some enamel artwork on it.
Yeah.
I think it was Hermes.
Hermes. Yeah,
Hermes made this
yeah
cool,
they'll go
pretty cool
Hermes
watch.
route.
Yeah, they're known for their bags and stuff like
Right,
that.
the Birkin.
yeah.
The
So
Birkin
so
bag.
look up women wearing Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Go to images. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not gonna be your traditional Audemars. Like, yeah, her,
Got it.
yeah, she would. You know, she would wear that. You know, it's more of a rough watch. They will wear it more of as an outgoing watch, and
I don't agree, Jay. I definitely think the smaller models can be like sported by women in a fashionable manner. Like put
Go
that
to
one on the
Serena
left.
Williams. Serena Williams probably has an old diamond out one.
Put it on the what does that
Looks
mean,
like
Jay?
it's all diamond out.
Come
no?
on, Jay. Come on. Put down one into the left of that. Yeah, that one. You see, it's nice and small. It looks nice.
Yeah, that looks like a girl's watch, not
Yeah.
like the original one.
It looks just like an original. It's just small.
Make it bigger. It's got diamonds on a bezel.
I have limitations, bro.
Yeah. It's got diamonds on a bezel. I can tell
Doesn't
from here it's
look
got
like it.
diamonds on a bezel.
No, it isn't, Jay.
No?
No.
Yeah.
It's the bezel. I thought you meant
Yeah,
dial.
diamonds on a bezel.
So what?
But because here's the thing, girls don't like plain watches because girls are not that into watches. In general, majority of girls are not that into watches.
I think saying that girls don't like plain watches, I don't think that's true.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you had a girl and you gave her an option between a diamond watch and a regular watch, she would pick the diamond watch, even if the diamond watch was cheaper than the regular watch.
Depends on what girl you're talking about.
That depends.
That's what I'm saying. On average, majority of girls will go for the bling because it's sparkly. It catches an eye.
Not really.
I think that depends,
I don't
Jay.
think that's the case because I feel like some girls may see it, like I see it at least in a way where it's like, those diamonds are probably like fake.
No,
They look fake.
look.
or I'd rather have just like gold and like it's gold, you know,
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say,
the more simple aesthetic.
no, what I'm trying to say, unless they're into watches, specifically into watches, right? For example, you get a girl a diamond out aftermarket diamond out day date, just a simple Rolex day date aftermarket, not even factory set, which gonna cost probably 20 grand most, versus a $40,000 Audemar Piaget. She's peaking the day date because it's diamond out.
Depends on the kind of girl.
Again, like girls are not like that into watches. They're just not.
We need a
Overall
Doesn't mean-
female
majority.
perspective.
Does
We need a female
someone
perspective.
ready?
I've
I'll
asked
give you.
I've asked your sister that, and she straight up told me, because it's sparkly. I am telling you, because it's sparkly.
I don't
Like,
agree.
literally.
I think that my sister's one of the examples that she more picks the minimal watches
No.
compared to someone like Emily. All Emily's watches have the little diamonds on the bezel,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
My sister, what's the last watch she got? The Michelle one doesn't have no diamonds. It's a pretty basic two-tone.
No. Yeah, I agree with that. But
I feel like it all
If
depends.
you gave him an option, you put a Daytona that's sparkly versus Audemars Piguet that's just plain Jane, just silver color, plain Jane Audemars Piguet.
Daytona, I never seen that before.
Not Daytona, but the date diamonds with the plain Jane Audemars Piguet. In my opinion, majority of girls would go for the diamond.
Okay.
Interesting. All right.
Why do you think most women's think about it? We have to think about this. Like, why do you think majority of women's watches that are designed on a higher end have some sort of jewels on them? Why?
I get it, Jay. You say
They
they like
a little
blingy shit.
bling, but I'm not saying they're gonna get an iced out watch.
Well, the
They
iced
would-
out
they
watch
wouldn't
is a
go. They
different.
wouldn't go for the iced
No.
out watch.
I'm not saying fully iced out, right? Like even the bezel has the diamonds. What I'm trying to say, the fully iced out watch, that's a completely different demographic, right? That demographic likes iced out watches, whether it's guy or a girl. Like they just like it because it's the flex, right? That's the type of demographic. But in a middle demographic, they'll go for either small Rolex, like a tiny one, usually, or they'll go for mother of pearl dial because it is shiny, sparkly, catches an eye. You know, they don't like plain things.
But
They
let's
like things that
let's
shiny
go
and
back to where we
sparkly.
started off on this, right? Talking about the AP
Yeah.
and a women's AP. I just feel like you're saying that unless it's got jewels on it, AP
Well,
isn't
no,
for a woman.
Go back.
That's
to that
I
AP.
feel like I
No,
disagree.
go back. Look at this AP.
Doesn't have any. I mean, it has the little
Yeah,
little ball, but
You notice the gold around is hammered in to give it that what do you call it?
That look,
The
the
perception,
textured
the
look.
look, and then if you go through pictures, One more. That right there. See that? The different levels, the different three colors of gold, the multitude of levels, the things that are happening in there. There's a lot going on.
they
As a
have
guy-
another watch like this too.
Yeah, as a guy, I rarely would see a guy saying, "This is what I want." There are guys that are gonna want this for sure, but it's gonna be rarely you're gonna see a guy wanting this watch.
I think this one in
Regardless whether it's designed
particular
for a
is
girl or
pretty
a guy.
small. Yeah, this is definitely a woman's
What's
watch.
the size on this? 36.
Doesn't say. on this
Scroll
one.
up.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Scroll up. I think it might be at the top. No, okay.
So either way, I think it's a really pretty girl's watch. I think like the whole idea that Cardi B got a Patek Philippe, and the first thing she did, she iced it out. You know what I mean?
Fucking making that watch a piece of trash.
Well, it's not making a piece of trash, right? Because the watch is. See, here's the thing. Do I agree with that? Not really. I don't agree with that. Because I understand it's not factory set, blah, 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 this and that. I get it. But at the same time, look. See that the way that sparkles? That gold, the hammered gold, look how it sparkles. There's a reason why they did it that way.
But it's a video. You can do it. You can add those sparkles.
Oh no, I understand, but if you go in a sun once you move your hand, it's gonna do that. You know what I mean? Guys like the fucking complicated watches, like the days and the dates to see the mechanism. Girls really don't care about that stuff. They just want more
38
sparkle.
and a half
Yeah,
millimeters.
so it's a pretty big watch.
That's a big watch.
And it's
For a
11.9.
girl.
Size of an Apple Watch, small 38 millimeters.
For a girl, it's on the
big.
bigger size for a
Yeah,
wristwatch. Yeah.
11.9 millimeters. That shit's gonna be high on the wrist as well.
I don't think that's too big.
That's a 12 millimeter
Considering
watch.
a 38 millimeter Series 3 Apple Watch.
Well,
I don't really think
nigga,
that's
the
too
Apple
big.
Watch is measured different. Like you can't compare Apple Watch to a
No,
regular
but you're
watch.
comparing an Apple Watch to your own hand. Compare that to a girl's hand. Girls' hands are like, compare that to Emily's hand. Compare that to his sister's hand. Girls' hands are tiny. Their wrists are small.
I like how you guys are all waiting for me to finish typing
Yeah, well,
what I'm
'cause
trying to look
yeah.
up.
Yeah, see that?
Look at that bottom right picture.
And there are watches that were smaller, that wear smaller. You know what I mean?
Than
But like,
those.
look at that bottom picture with the blue. Yeah, look at that.
That's a man.
That's
a hairy man.
No, that's a lady. That's a blonde lady. She's got the peach fuzz, and it's a good picture. That's why you see this. Yeah. Like you can see.
Not that it's unwearable. No, it's not unwearable. I just think it's a little
wearable.
I
It's
think
just
it's a
gonna be
little
big,
big
yeah.
for a girl.
Yeah, here's your 38. Here's your 38 millimeter Apple Watch on a
I
girl's
mean, this
hand.
is a 30. I mean, this wears really small, but this is like a 38, 39, 40, something like that.
Now, don't get me wrong. Girls will go and buy guys' watches because there was a trend a couple of years back. Girls would wear the big ass watches. The big ass Michael Kors watches were like flying off the shelf at $300 a pop. They still are.
I think I own one of those.
Yeah, Mickey,
Yeah, they still are.
Mickey
I got
got
one of
caught-
those in one of those sales.
You know what's the best part? I was part of that, but in a different way. I was buying the $135 fossils that were the same watch, just fossil branding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the girl market for the watches, there's a reason why, you know, dudes will get watches thinking they're going to get compliments from women, and then they get a bunch of compliments from dudes. Because girls don't care like that about watches. You know?
Man, like you were talking about my aunt the other day, like girls wearing Submariners and GMTs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, wear what you want to wear if you got the money for it, right? I'm not going to,
No.
whatever. But I just don't think it's a woman's watch, no.
What, the Submariner?
Submariner, GMT Master,
Yeah.
I don't know, Yacht Master.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's not a woman's watch. It just doesn't. It looks too rough on a woman's hand. Now, if she thinks it's okay for her end, then
Explorer
just let her-
2, maybe.
Yeah. Well, no, not even Explorer 2. Like more of a dates, like with the palm leaves.
No,
on
I'm
it,
saying
you know?
Explorer 2 too much.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Explorer 1, no.
Maybe.
A little more sleek, right?
No, it's not that too much. It just looks rough on a girl's hand.
Yeah,
It just
right.
looks
That's
rough,
what I'm saying.
you know?
Too much in the sense.
Doesn't
where-
look feminine.
Exactly. They look
Yeah.
rugged.
Yeah. Now, if you want to wear that watch because you want to pretend you're rugged and this and that, then just go ahead and do that. You know, it is what it is.
Well, I don't know, but like, this is the thing, right? It's like, maybe she's a pilot. Okay, where the GMT Master, whatever it is, right? Or like Natalie, I don't know. She's a mechanical,
Yeah.
kind of like a mechanical engineer in a sense, with Amazon. Or a Milgauss, I don't know, but like at the same time, it's just kind of like wearing a watch like that.
Because you gotta
for
understand,
is,
majority of women will follow what's in a trend. The reason
Right.
they'll just follow the trends. The reason, like you see every white girl out there wearing a Apple Watch is because
But this
it's
is
a
where I
trend.
come to disagree with you a little bit. Men
See
are
all
the
these
same
white
way.
girls wearing Stanley.
Men are
caps.
the same way.
Men are the same
But
way.
there's
There's
a
a lot of men that stay in the trend and are constantly trying to keep up with that. I can
Yes.
I can anecdotally put myself in that cage when it came to me in high school.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I get that. But what I'm saying is, with men, there's a larger percentage of population in comparison to women that will say, you know what, I want a mechanical watch. Like, I want an automatic watch.
Yeah.
There's a lot more men that would want that versus women, you know. Now, majority of women, yes, they'll go for the Apple Watch and call it a day. And they'll, you know, some of them will go for the Garmin and then fight how Garmin is better than Apple Watch. You know what I mean? Or things like that.
I mean,
But-
I think in my case, I'm the one who introduced her to most of her cool shit. You know,
To Emily?
watches, Star Wars.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, she didn't really like movies. I got her into watching movies and shows and stuff.
Because you have to understand, majority of the time they match their watches to their clothing. You can't just wear a fucking I don't know, a Sea Dweller or a Submariner and then just match it to anything. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that would require to have a lot of watches. Think about how much money she or her husband needs to have to buy that many watches to match all the dresses. Or she can just buy an elegant watch that fits everything.
What about
which would be the Cartier, the Ballon
Ballon Blue, whatever.
Ballon Blue, yeah, whatever that.
Or a Pasha.
Or Pasha. Or the small Rolex. You know what I mean?
What's it called? What do you think about a Sky Dweller on a woman's hand?
Sky Dweller, no, still too.
You
too
think so?
masculine,
I don't
yeah.
think so. You know why? Because the only thing rugged about that compared to a day date or a day just or even a basic is the dial. Fluted bezel.
Yes, and that's what makes it.
Oyster, but nah, this doesn't. The dial's not gonna make it very rugged
does.
though. Nah,
It does. I'm
it gets busy, not rugged. Cause the watch case and bezel and things like that, but the dial, nah.
Do comparison of Sky Dweller versus Day Date, and then we'll go through it. I think Sky Dweller is a little bit bigger too than Day Date. I think it's a little bit bigger. So
Day
Date.
Or day just, whatever. Any of those basic Oyster perpetuals.
Yeah, she can pull it off. She can pull off the Day Date, but the Sky Dweller already looks.
Nah, I think the Sky Dweller can be pulled off as well. Not with the Roman numeral.
Go to the blue
hour
ones right
markers,
there.
though.
Go to the blue ones. Third down. No, go. Yeah, that. Look at the Sky
Yeah,
Dweller.
man. I think a woman could pull that one off.
Look at the Sky Dweller. It looks bigger. It just looks bigger, even though it's the same size. It looks bigger.
They could do it.
I mean, can they? Yeah, of course they can do it. They can do it.
You can do it.
All right. So what do we got? This article, the 10 watches and trends we expect to see in
I
2024.
think this is interesting because it gives us like
The announcement of the new Universal Geneve model. Universal Geneve used to be one of those like badass watchmaking companies back in the day. Kind of fell off the horse a little bit. I mean, they're still there. But yeah.
Oh, it looks like Breitling took ownership of it. Scroll up again, Mickey. My bad. They said that announced at the end of 23 that Breitling's ownership had acquired an yeah. So they were acquired by Breitling. Maybe that's why they fell off a little bit.
Go back up. Yeah, they're making them a little Breitling-esque.
Yeah, the chrono. Another anniversary moonwatch from Omega. So this is where something I'm like, on. There's so many fucking Speedmaster variations that I think that this is the thing that I've noticed with a lot of companies. They find their big thing. Once they make too, like, I don't know. I guess this is every watch company in a sense, where the Speedmaster, a Royal Oak, a Nautilus, or whatever.
So they say in the watch communities, they say at least once in your lifetime you should own a Speedmaster, but they don't say to keep it. They say just own it for a little bit and then get rid of it.
Right.
Just to say that you've had it, right? Like, because of the history behind it.
Rolex being easier to purchase. I don't know about that. The prices are going up.
Yeah.
From what it seems like.
Now, what they're saying easier to purchase, probably no dates, because they just got sued in Europe for not allowing to sell online, right? So once that goes through and they're not allowed to buy it online, but if you don't have anything to buy online, so what the hell are you going to buy?
Exactly.
They're going to say get on a wait list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll notify.
Which, I mean, I guess what they could start doing through online is what I guess Europe probably wants them to do, is when they release a new watch to flush the inventory through online as well, which kind of fucks with the whole company in the sense where, because they have to now allocate a certain amount of stock for online.
Guess what's going to happen
allocate
with that?
a certain amount of stock for this, you know?
Guess what's going to happen with that?
I don't know.
Same shit that's happening with Nike SB Dunks. A bunch of bots going to get in there, buy them all out immediately, and then you're going to have a...
I'm sure with Rolex, they're going to have you do some kind of authorization or verifying system. Yeah, because this reselling market is already so volatile. So, Tag Heuer
Renaissance continues.
The way they mixed that was fucking with my brain.
Yeah, so...
Tag Heuer Renaissance. Yeah.
So, I guess it's like the multicolor stuff they're bringing back.
Tag Heuer has stopped playing around for the past few years. The brand has been an unspoken rehabilitation tour aimed at winning over enthusiasts who had long dismissed the brand as overpriced and underwhelming.
Yes, I agree with that. Tag Heuer is overpriced and underwhelming, just like Breitling. These are modified ETA movements at $5,000 a pop. I think that's unacceptable. You know, where you can go get the same Hamilton,
825,
and
you know,
they're
in
not
a
they're not
PRX.
that or PRXs. They're not that bejeweled, you know, or they're not. There's not that much put into it. So,
What is your thoughts on Hamilton? Because I like the Hamilton watches. I just
Yeah.
think they're a little expensive for what they are.
well, now that
But-
you know the Tissot market, then yeah, you know the Tissot exists. But
Right.
if you remove Tissot as a brand, Hamilton is a
Best under 1,000.
yeah. So I think
Probably,
Hamilton used
right?
to be an American brand that Swiss bought.
Oh no, I think it's still American, no?
No, it's under Swiss Swatch Group.
Really, Hamilton is under
Mhm.
Swatch Group?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, I do know that it was, yes,
It was an
American.
brand.
They were commissioned to make the watches during World War II,
Mm-hmm.
right? The British Army commissioned them actually
Yep.
to make the watches for World War II.
So I definitely think they're overpriced and underwhelming. I mean, they're just nothing interesting. They did their Caliber 1 and Caliber 2, which came out. I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
they're fun.
they're manufactured in Switzerland. Yeah.
Christopher Ward joining the big boys. I really like these watches from Christopher Ward.
Man, that's funny. When I
They're
first showed
simple.
them to you, when you were like, eh,
They're
kind of like
simple.
the PRX, huh?
No. Now that I see the colors, I think it's a pretty good value proposition if you want a color watch and you don't want to spend
love
hella
this watch.
money.
This watch is
the greens, the blues, the baby blues. You know.
This watch is called the 12, which actually comes in stainless steel and titanium. It's a pretty cool watch. They've done a bunch of things on this watch that were kind of an homage to Gerald Henta. And so, yeah, it was just pretty cool. And, you know, I looked into that, the Gerald Henta, the watches he made with Disney. That was funny. That was funny.
I don't understand these watches that Audemars Piguet is making. Apparently, there's a market for them. You know.
Well, I think that they're kind of making these little statement pieces for celebrities. Is what this market is for, really, which is not
Okay.
really a market. It's more of just
I thought it was really cool. Like that
publicity
Spider-Man, it's aimed at just collectors in general. Like a Marvel collector would buy that.
yeah, I'd wear it.
Yeah, but if like
I'm a
I
big
would see a
Spi- I-
Marvel collector buying that if it was done in conjunction with Marvel collectors and it appeared in one of the comic books. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
What do you mean if it appeared in a comic book? Like that doesn't make any
like
sense.
one of the
though.
heroes was wearing this in a comic book?
Eh,
AP.
an AP, bro. Come on.
That's what I'm trying to.
What, Tony Stark? Maybe he's
Tony-
dead.
yeah.
He's dead.
So that's what I'm saying. So what makes this watch any different from a Fossil slapping a Spider-Man on it, or what Invicta did for a while? They slapped.
it does.
Audemars Piguet.
It doesn't, but yeah, like you said, it's an AP, and
Yeah.
they did a collab with a very well-known branding, which is
Is it
Marvel.
a collab though? Is it a collab? That's the question.
Yeah, it's an actual collab with Marvel. They did a Spider-Man one. They did a Black Panther one.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yeah.
did collab with Travis Scott.
Yeah, we saw that one, the Travis Scott one. I like that watch. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. These collabs
Collabs
galore.
galore.
Is this the Swatch or Unimatic?
Unimatic.
That first one reminds me of the Blancpain Swatch.
Mm-hmm.
That Mickey Mouse one.
Yeah.
Collabs galore. What is the brand of this? What's it?
Unimatic.
Unimatic. So, I've never heard of this brand.
So they're doing the whole collab thing now.
It says here, and well, you might think people are sick of collabs by now. That doesn't seem to be the case. As many of
Jay
these
seems
collabs,
to be.
though decidedly not at all, were snatched up as soon as they went on sale. Collabs are just fun for the most part. Brands seem to enjoy doing them as it allows to work with new people and do things they wouldn't normally do. And buyers like them because it lets them see a new side of a brand they like while also getting a chance to purchase something limited in nature.
Not that I don't like it. I like it if it's a limited amount. Now everyone is doing collabs and it gets saturated. That's
Real
what
quick,
I don't.
I just blank space. Miguel, can you scroll up? It's not showing anymore. Where that Lexus ad is was just an ad for, I think what it just said was the Jordan 38. Am I tripping?
Jordan 38. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Yep. I think that's the one.
Yeah, I saw the shoe. I just didn't know that.
38. How many fucking Jordan shoes are they gonna make?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Well, no, anything after like 12 is dog shit.
Now, I mean, here's the question: are you supposed to like it, or is it supposed to give you?
It's supposed
better
to be a
playing
basketball
experience?
shoe,
It's
right?
supposed to be a basketball shoe, but still, I mean, if you don't like it, the fuck?
Well, then go wear Dunks. Go back to 1980s.
Right.
I just wear something that I like some Kyrie's or like
Yeah.
some KD's.
Are you a fan of high or low top basketball shoes?
I have both.
What do you like more?
Bro, high top shoes. Like, you gotta wear high top. The reason they
I like
make the
low.
high top
I like low.
so you don't twist the shit out of your fucking ankle.
See, that's kind of bullshit. Because Kobe broke that myth. I like low top. They give me better mobility.
I feel the same way.
I like
I
low
played
top.
basketball
Why,
2 days
what
of my
do you
life.
mean Kobe broke that?
So Kobe was the one that finally had Nike make a low top. shoe.
That's fine, but it doesn't mean that you don't get as many injuries.
Yeah, but the reasoning was like, I'm not gonna look up the testing or nothing, because this is just what I read online. They basically proved that there's not a big difference between high top shoes and low top shoes and the risk of injury.
Okay.
All right, we can go back to watches now. My bad.
So I like those.
Gerard
Perregaux.
Perigo. Sorry. So this is, it's like a natural stone dial is what it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Laser treated dial, diamond stone dials. Make a big comeback from dials from Gerard Perregaux.
Smaller divers and sport watches. Yeah, because Tudor just made a smaller diver.
You know who I credit to small watches staying very well prevalent? Cartier.
Yeah.
Because the amount of
But even they had to go. Even they had to go.
Even they had to make a big tank and a big Santos, right?
Yeah.
I get it. But at the same time, to this day, the amount of celebrities and well-known people that you see wearing small tanks, even old crashes, right, that are small, or like really like medium or small size Santoses, which are really pretty small watches. The Dumont, these watches are of such big fame. I credit Cartier to keeping the small watch universe like with big kick. And I like small watches, you know me.
I think what happened with celebrities, even with celebrities having a hard time getting the watches or not willing to pay 2-3 times the market price for it, they're like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go back, get a vintage watch that no longer produced, that no one is wearing, I'm gonna come out with that. That pushed the, now everybody's like, oh shit, vintage watches. That slowly
look at Tyler the Creator's vintage Cartier collection.
Yeah, like Tyler the Creator is probably a good example of
look at all these
one
watches.
of those people like that says, fuck to everyone, I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, he likes these old watches. Look.
Yeah.
They're all super small.
Now, what do you think is gonna happen? Somebody that like Tyler the Creator, they see him wearing that. Oh shit, that looks cool. I want one too.
Exactly. I mean,
that's
that
what
one
it
right
is.
there is really cool.
It's called the Crash. Yeah.
I like that. I think it's a girl's watch. I think it looks really cool on a girl's wrist.
I think it just looks cool in general.
It's a cool watch, and I kind of am with Jay a little bit, where it is in its glory, in its all its glory that it is, because it's a classic, got a lot of history behind it. It's kind of a ladies' watch, yes. It kind of, the way it wears, it wears like a ladies' watch. Not to say you don't see a million guys, especially celebrities, wearing Cartier Crashes, but yeah, it wears like a female's watch.
Go back up. Up. Stop right there.
Same thing with his cars.
This right there tells you everything you need to know.
Miggy, do you like Kid Cudi? He just came out with a new album. I started listening today.
No, I don't follow him. To be honest, I mean, I probably heard his favorite big songs, but
yeah, he was on the 13th. It came out. It's pretty good. I like it. It's long as fuck. It's like 20-something songs, I think, or more, or even more. Yeah, let me see.
You've been sitting on it for a minute, huh?
I just started listening to it today. I didn't know he had came out with a new album until today.
Yeah.
Go
down. Let's see what
I'm a
else
big
is out
Cudi
there.
fan.
it was I think the one yeah.
21 songs.
Yeah, so yeah, smaller dive watches maybe.
All right, that's it for this.
Yeah, we'll see. 7 technologies to watch in 2024. All right, we're going to tech.
Deep learning for protein design.
Yeah, so before we go into this, type in Google SaaS. So apparently this has been just two A's. I'm sorry, two A's. Yeah. Yeah, so apparently SaaS has been picking up, right? It's software something something.
Just put SaaS meaning.
Software as a service.
Yeah, software as a service. So basically what it is cloud-based software service. Like you can buy your own software, slap your own label on it, and sell it to people. But here's how it works. So let's say you go buy the software, right? You just get a user.
Yeah,
you get a user. Like you cannot.
What you're saying is you can get a user interface and sell it as your service.
Correct. Yeah, you don't worry about the updates. You don't worry about any of that stuff. That gets done by whoever created the software.
Right.
They continuously update it. So one of the biggest things is CRMs, right? Like you guys know what's a CRM, like internal communication or the tracking system for like communication. They'll use CRM for, let's say, if you have clients and if you talk to the client, like when customer service happens, you tell them something and they're like, let me check and we'll call you back. They put that in a CRM. So somebody then looks at the CRM notes and then they call you back and say, okay, we saw the notes. That's what the CRM is, right? Like it's just basically the communication history for the client, right? But it goes past that point as well. So CRM has been the number one for as far as the SaaS goes. And apparently a lot of people, even the ones that are talking about drop shipping and all this stuff, they're switching to this now. They're slowly switching to SaaS, right? And which I thought is cool because you can create one. Let's say we create let's say we want to sell a software, right? Like GhettoRig blows up and want to sell a software. We name it GhettoRig XYZ, right? Whatever the fuck it is, and then we sell it as such, right?
Right.
Which I thought is pretty cool. It's like a subscription service basically.
And softwares that do exactly what though,
like for example, StreamYard, that's a SaaS, because it's housed in a cloud, right? It's not on your server. It's in a cloud. They work on it, right? The company works on it, and you as a user go to them and you buy the StreamYard, right? Like the services.
Right.
But it's called StreamYard. But let's say there's another one that's called StreamJunkie. It's the same interface, same everything.
Just sold under a different branding.
Name. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly right.
Okay.
Which then encourages, like, okay, you can buy it from this person or that person. One looks one way, the other one looks like the other way, but they do exactly the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn, Jay, so you're not gonna wear it? That's fucked up.
How's that fucked up? I want to preserve it, bro, for another 40. Until I figure out how to fix it.
So another 40.
Until I figure out how to fix it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have deep learning for protein design.
Yeah, so deep learning for protein design.
So this is gonna be for like food.
No, I think could be in medicines and things like that.
So 2 decades ago, David Baker at the University of Washington in Seattle and his colleagues achieved the landmark feat. They used computational tools to design an entirely new protein from scratch. Top 7 as predicted, but it was inert. It performed no meaningful biological functions. Today, de novo protein designs has matured into a practical tool for generating made-to-order enzymes and other proteins. It's hugely empowering. Things that were impossible a year and a half ago, now you just do it. Much of that progress comes down to increasingly massive data sets that link protein sequence to structure. But sophisticated methods of deep learning, a form of artificial intelligence, have also been essential.
Yeah, so basically in medicines and things like that.
We got deepfake detection. Explosion of publicly available generative AI algorithms has made it simple to synthesize convincing but entirely artificial.
No, see, this is what I think. I think it's one of those things that's going to be like the drugs, right? No matter how many you catch, there's always going to be someone else that's going to make it better. Like, you know how drugs, like, at first they were just
making like the software better.
Yeah, like the deep fake.
What you're trying to say is
it's going to be
this
game
will be
of cat and mouse.
Yeah, but it's always going to be a game of catch up, right?
Yeah, and deep fake is always going to be one step ahead, because the minute somebody
I think it's going to be a back and forth. I think it'll be a back and forth in
Yeah,
the
it's
sense
kind of
where
like viruses, right? They're gonna update, and somebody's gonna come out with a new virus.
exactly
They're
it's gonna
update,
be a
there's
back
no-
and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like the deep
They'll
fake
never
detections.
stop it. They'll never
Exactly.
stop it.
It's always have to get better and better, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna have a deep fake enhancer
Yeah.
that makes you pass
That's
the
exactly
deep
what
fake
it is.
detection.
Mm-hmm.
The results can offer amusing distractions, but with multiple ongoing geopolitical conflicts and a U.S. presidential election on the horizon, opportunities for weaponized media manipulation are rife. Siwei Liu, a computer scientist at the University of Buffalo, New York, says he's seen numerous AI-generated deepfake images and audio related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. For instance, this is just the latest rounds in a high-stakes game of cat and mouse in which AI users produce deceptive content, and Liu and other media forensic specialists work to detect and intercept it.
Which makes the whole thing of what's true and what's false even bigger. You know what I mean? This just makes things worse for everyone.
It just makes it 10 times scarier.
It was already skewed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Now it's gonna make it even more skewed.
It's gonna get to the point where if I don't see you in person,
I don't even believe you were there.
Yeah.
I don't believe you were there. I don't believe you said it.
Yeah, I don't believe anything. You gotta be there. One solution is for generative AI developers to embed hidden signals in the model's output, producing watermarks of AI-generated content. Other strategies focus on the content itself. Some manipulated videos, for instance, replace the facial features of one public figure with those of another, and new algorithms can recognize artifacts at the boundaries of substituted features, says Liu.
So it's kind of like, you know, how they produce moonshine. There are people that produce legal moonshine, and there are people that produce illegal moonshine. You know what I mean? Like the ones that are legal moonshine, they can sell them in the stores, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the ones that are illegal, they're still producing them until they go legal because they can make more money that way, right? And now they're gonna embed these like little watermarks, this and that. But somebody's always gonna produce moonshine, right? Somebody's always gonna produce deep fake apps, you know, especially with AI being the way it is, right? So there's another article just like this, which is actually, I don't know if you can find it, that I posted. It's about the girlfriend explosion. So anyway,
We need to get Miggy a silent mouse. God damn.
yeah. So the point here was that there's been an explosion of AI girlfriends, and AI is having a hard time trying to eradicate it, right? So these people are creating these online girlfriends.
I mean, it makes sense. Do you remember what was her name?
Right there.
What was
That article.
the
No, up. Yep. Yeah, the chick that made fucking $50 million.
Oh, with the Snapchat AI.
Yeah.
It was 50. I think 50,000 a week or 60,000 a week. It was
Something
crazy.
yeah.
It wasn't too crazy, but it was a lot of money, right? Like, I don't know. I think something like this, it's only gonna get to the point where it's just gonna be commercialized and made into a thing. Like, anybody seen the new Blade Runner?
Mm-hmm.
The new one, right? Where he has the chick, that's the hologram.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that chick is hot as fuck. Anna de Armas. I think I have a thing for Cuban girls, you know?
Yeah, so think about if you're a large OnlyFans agency, and let's say you're paying the girls 50% of the earnings, right?
Right? She's Cuban?
Is she the one that is she in SNL? She
I don't
part
know.
of SNL?
I don't know.
All right, you guys keep talking. I gotta do research.
Yeah, so
I think that, like I said, this is going to become one of those, right? Like, it's going to be like Blade Runner.
she's
where,
not part of SNL, no. Has
Well,
she been on SNL? Most
yes,
likely. She's
yeah.
not part of SNL.
Right.
She's an actress. She's not part of SNL.
It's all right. Let me do my research, Jay. I'm thinking of something.
What was I going to say?
So
Yeah, it's going to be commercialized, bro. And, like, it's just going to get to a point where, or like I've never seen the movie, but with Joaquin Phoenix called Her. Right, where he just falls in love with the and it's like just a little robot that talks to him.
yeah.
She doesn't even see it or nothing.
Yeah.
He falls in love with this thing.
Yeah.
I think that we're so weird,
That's her.
and now in today's age, yeah,
She killed it in that sketch.
yeah.
She's a
She
fucking
killed
renowned
it.
actress.
It even says it on that caption. Ana de Armas cooked at the Spanish class skit on SNL. I've seen a few SNL clips, man, and
Have you guys seen this guy?
Yeah, he's pretty funny. He's
He
a
is
comedian.
hilarious.
what's his name?
I don't remember.
Is that Troy Bond?
Christian, I
No,
think.
okay, no.
So what I'm trying to say is, if I was an OnlyFans agency, and I had, let's say, 40 girls.
I wouldn't have any girls anymore.
Huh? I wouldn't have any girls. Why pay them 50%?
I would have 5.
Marcelo
Not even that.
Hernandez.
I would have 5 that work as overseers.
Not even that.
Yeah.
No.
Because there's gonna be slip ups. There's gonna be slip ups. The AIs aren't perfect.
Yeah,
Especially
you get rid of
if
it and create a new AI.
I get it.
You get 5 AI, you hammer out all the problems and then
you don't
replace them all.
you don't replace them. You fix them. AIs learn.
No.
You
I'm
teach them.
saying you get a couple of AIs, you teach it,
Right.
and then
You have overseers.
you slowly
though.
replace the.
You gotta
girls.
have overseers.
To just oversee what though?
Just mistakes the AIs don't make.
Yeah, but the overseers don't have to be women. It could be women or men. You know, majority of the time, the girls that respond to you on OnlyFans is probably some 5'3" boy in Thailand.
I know somebody that got $400 or $800. Megan knows him too. Well, we all know him now, actually.
Yeah.
But $800
Yeah,
out of
scam?
yeah,
Yeah, that's normal.
porn star in Miami or some shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what it is. Like a lot of times, like a lot of guys don't realize, like these, especially the ones that are like up there and making money. So let's say a girl has 1,000 subscribers at $30. That's $30,000 a month.
Which I don't know how much OF takes, but whatever.
Well, then it depends, right? There's some that $3, some at this, some at that. So let's say she averages out because she sends X, Y, Z. Because a lot of girls on there, they're not posting like the R-rated content.
And
They'll do like bikini pictures and then
they're upselling you. They're smart business.
yes,
women.
Yeah,
that has changed. Yes,
They want
And
you to get the accessories.
I'll-
They don't want you to just get the laptop.
course.
I was
you know?
just about to say
it's basically a freemium service.
from what I've seen now, they have it where it's like whatever 310, whatever these girls are selling it for a month, the subscription that everyone knows about, right? OnlyFans people think it's just a subscription. Y'all are fucking mistaken. Apparently,
one titty for $2.50, 2 titties for $5.
yeah, these girls are making most of their money off of like personal DMs, off of one-on-one interactions where they're kind of like talking to these men or women, I don't know, but men, this majority of men are talking to these men and just telling them like, I'll send you this for this much
What was
money.
the
I'll
girl's
send you
name?
this for this
Catch
much
Me
money.
Outside girl.
Bad Baby?
Bad Baby.
Yeah, the day she turned 18, she opened her OnlyFans. That year, she made $50 million.
God damn.
$50 million.
What about
So many people
what's her
really
name?
wanted to see that ratchet girl naked. That's
can't
what
do
like
that.
that's what I don't understand.
What is it? What is
Actually, you
her
know what?
name?
No, I might be able to do that. People will pay for me not to post that shit.
What is her name?
Gay dudes will pay for you
I'm good.
the
because that's gonna be.
That's-
I saw
Majority
someone.
of guys'
that's the
audience is
business. That's
gay
what
dudes.
happens when you put
I
your shit
saw
out there,
someone
man.
the other day where they ran into their top contributor from OnlyFans, and it was like a casual thing. And I'm sitting there going,
You guys heard
"You
about
think
the
he
Ruby
ran
Rose
into you on
incident,
accident?"
right?
That was her, right? Maybe it was her. Where it was like 60, 70,000 the guy had spent on her in 1 month.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it
then
was that guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
the guy
so-
with tattoos. There was a
right
whole thing about
with the
it.
little, we had like little cool glasses on,
yeah,
right?
like the whole
So
thing with tattoos, bunch of that guy.
yeah,
There was a whole controversy about this.
right.
Bro.
So this guy spent all this money, and I found it crazy where she was like, "Oh, I ran into him." Like, you
no,
think you just
you don't run into.
he
him.
was stalking your ass.
No, it was. They're gonna do a public stunt. That she met a fucking top creator. This was a public stunt. The guy even got a tattoo of her on his hand, I think.
Motherfucker, crazy.
Yeah. So the whole thing.
Oh, you saw Vitaly
Yeah.
in Neon? You saw that Vitaly in
I
Neon?
used to love Italy so much, and then
You know, Vitaly
Jesus.
literally lost all of his accounts, all his Instagram, everything completely, like all of his money, all of the houses. Everything.
Dude lost so
They
much.
canceled him.
to drugs and just everything.
They canceled him like off. They wiped him off.
So he for those who don't
Kind
know,
of like Steve will do it, same way.
he went up to Neon, which Neon is that little kid we've talked about that he's with the OnlyFans chick or whatever, or was. I don't know if they're still together, but he was with Neon, and he comes up to him with a clipboard and asks him like, "Oh, can I get your autograph?" And Neon's like, "Yeah, for sure." And he like flips the clipboard over, and it's nude pictures of the girl that he's with from her OnlyFans. And bro, like
He told the girl to give him autographs.
it was to him, and she was there, and she was like, "What the fuck is that?" And she's like, she grabbed the clipboard from his hand, and she smacked him or something. She smacked him or pushed him or something, or something. I think some physical interaction happened there.
I don't know. There was another funny clip of
He was on
Neon's
Bradley Martin.
bodyguard saying it's a really bad idea to take her to Dubai.
Oh yeah,
You see that? It's like
yeah.
if she stands too far away, they would beat her on the street until we go and reclaim her. if she walks around like with skimpy clothes, they will literally punishable by death. Like boom, 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 like death,
It
murder,
literally,
death,
yeah, that shit
murder,
was funny.
death,
He's
murder.
like, if she does this, death. If she
I
does
would-
this, death.
I don't advise you taking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, so don't worry about that so much. Yeah, see,
The
I think he comes
bodyguard
up.
is fucking insane though. This man actually has a whole fucking bot protecting this man.
Yeah, so
Oh my god, there's so many people there.
yeah, and then the bodyguard steps in, whatever. Bodyguard is probably the only bodyguard in a long time I've seen that actually gave a good fucking advice. Like, no, we're not gonna do this foolishness. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure that happens a lot, man.
You
With
think so?
Behind doors, I think it does. I think bodyguards, when they're hired to do what they're hired to do, they take that seriously. They.
You
Yeah.
guys seen this video?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
What-
insane.
What
dude.
happened?
He pulled out a gun because somebody's chasing them.
Yeah. Anyway. So the AI girlfriend, man, I think, see, like the overseers, I wouldn't need girls as overseers because think about it. Like, who would know more what to respond to get more money out of a guy? Another guy. Because you know what your
No, I
buttons
think
are.
that you find the girls that are the best at doing that, and they know how
Girl
to do
will
it.
never be as good
No,
as
no,
a
no,
guy.
no, no, no. I think that the girls that are the best at doing that will be better than the men. You know what I mean?
The girls
Seasoned swindlers.
but they don't do that. They don't do that
No, no, no.
themselves.
I'm saying seasoned swindlers on their own will be better than most men.
Yeah, but the seasoned swindlers, you mean like the ones that like scam you out of money?
Yeah, seasoned swindlers.
Yeah, but then they will be skimming them out of their money into their own cash app, not to my agency's cash app.
I'm
Why
just
would
saying those are the ones.
No,
that
I
will
would
be
never
best.
hire somebody like that. Fuck that. No, there's just too much. There's too much. I'd just hire somebody in Thailand, a whole crew of people in Thailand or India to respond back on a chat. Literally, respond back on a chat.
Oh yeah, baby, you want some lady boy?
Go to-
You want some lady boy?
There you go. There you go, Miggy. You probably do a better job than any girl out there.
Tripping, bro.
Bro, yesterday was bad for me going to work. My
Yeah.
knee was fucked. I don't
Yeah.
even know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened, but jujitsu did not go well for me.
It was
I
probably
was.
the electric
Welcome
chair.
to the club.
I didn't get an electric chair.
Who was the guy?
Yeah,
Like,
Ozzy
oh,
tried to
it
do
was-
an
yeah, he
electric
tried
chair
to
on me.
do
It didn't work.
I still remember that.
You said that so proudly, huh? It didn't work.
I still need to go through the content and edit that, or at least.
I was
go through
wondering
it.
when you were gonna post that.
I need
So-
to go through it and actually make cuts because it's like 40 minutes of content.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so I don't know, man. I think AI is the next game, and that literally this is literally gonna destroy the entire OnlyFans market of all these women. Like the ones that, like, can you imagine all the girls that get on OnlyFans? Like on average, they make about $1,000 a month, $500 to $1,000 a month. That's the average earnings of the girls, and all these girls subscribe to become content creators. Now they'll literally have a stamp on their forehead saying that if you've done OnlyFans in the past. Like, to me, that's just crazy.
Oh, she spit on his face and he
Yeah.
pressed charges on her. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, by getting with Neon, those Sims were paying for her.
See, I was
OnlyFans. She
just-
got money now.
I was just thinking about that, man. Like, how can this kid like put himself out there in with the way he be acting, man? I
Well,
think that's
because
crazy.
it takes idiots to follow idiots on, like, if you go out there and you say motivational shit, nobody want to follow that. They want to see you talk shit to women, like dog women, right? Like just dunk on women, and on top of that, they want you to act stupid,
Wait, what do you mean they want to see you dog on women?
dunk on women.
That doesn't make any
Meaning
sense.
a girl will say something and they just dunk on it, saying you're wrong, this is why, blah blah blah. Just literally like shut him up. Dunk on women meaning like dunk on whatever opinions women have.
But I think that goes both ways. Why are you saying women only?
No,
People love seeing controversy. If that's
no,
what you're trying
guys
to say.
dunking on women. This is why you got red pill creators, right? The ones that are doing these podcasts, they're blowing up. The reason being because they're dunking on women. The ones that are successful are the ones that are really good at telling the girl like whatever you said is stupid.
Yeah, but that's what you see. Blue pills, their side that's successful does the opposite, right?
They don't. There
What
is
do you
no.
mean?
They don't. The number one biggest, like the biggest podcast, growing podcast right now are the red pill podcasts.
That doesn't mean they're gonna last.
Well, the reason is because they get demonetized. If they keep them in there, they will last longer. That's why a lot of them are switching over to Rumble because
Okay.
it's a little bit more open platform.
But what about all these other guys like
Hassanabi and all of those?
Destiny and Hassan? Yeah.
Their numbers are going down, especially Destiny, his wife that fucking cheated
No,
on him,
but
got a
I'm
divorce.
just I'm just saying
their
like
numbers
in
are going down.
I'm just saying in general, like it's both sides that can get famous off of dogging either side. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but it's more when there's a between men and women, because
I think that just goes through periods of time. Like Miggy said, doesn't mean they're gonna last.
no, it will last.
I don't think
The
so.
reason
I
it
don't
will
believe
last,
it either.
the reason it will last.
No, nothing. None of the social media content when it comes to solo, like sticking to a specific topic of relationship. That shit never lasts. Like content style of that staying in hype. Not saying they're not gonna be successful for as long as they want to do it, right? Not saying that, but them being like the
You have to
top
understand-
hype. I don't think so.
You have to understand what's going on in the country.
That reaction of Jynxzi, oh my god, that shit was funny as fuck.
This is what I'm trying to say.
have you
Like
seen this?
that, you like watching this, him doing a reaction and being like just an idiot on camera.
That shit was
That's what
so
attracts
funny.
Have you
people.
seen this?
No,
Look at this.
I probably won't like it.
You want to put your headphones on?
No, probably won't like
Alright,
it.
You know what? Don't put your headphones on.
Okay.
Just watch.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm putting my headphones on.
Better just watch it.
I find it so crazy that girls at this point are used to the guys acting like this too.
What would you say is your favorite thing about yourself?
He's asking her
About
questions.
myself?
Yeah, like your favorite thing.
He can't contain
Looks fun as a
himself.
personality.
Chad, is
Or
his
does it
job.
anything.
What is your
Johnson
like
hard?
when you wake up in the morning? You're like, damn, I love this. About
And he's talking to her like a normal
Probably
conversation.
that
He's
my
just,
tits are
he
real.
just, you can tell he
What,
can't
the
contain
initial
himself.
reaction
nice
wasn't there.
ears.
No, it wasn't.
No. Hold on. It's like the first like 17 seconds of the video.
Bro, he's acting like an idiot, and people watched it 2.4 million fucking times. Like, I don't get this.
There's no sound, Miggy.
Turn your camera on.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
this is the reaction.
Hold on.
So this is Sky Bree. You know who that is,
Hold
right?
on.
She's done porn and stuff.
Let me
She
put you
went.
on game.
She's done porn and stuff. She's went famous on social media,
Yeah.
doing podcasts and her relationship with some dude and being around influencers and stuff like that, right? Basically, this was his reaction to, because they're doing like a 20 versus 1 with him. And this kid Jynxzi's been going viral in like the kind of gaming community in a sense. I know, Miggy, you've been seeing him a lot on your feed, huh?
I just saw him like yesterday, dude. on
No,
my
really?
feed.
So
Yeah.
for me, he's been coming through for like 2 weeks now.
Bro, he looks like a crack addict to me. The way he's moving,
He's
is like
a-
literally
he's like a
crack
speed.
addict.
You want to hear how
He's like a white speed.
You want to hear how many days of gameplay he has in Rainbow Six Siege?
No.
400 and something days worth of playing.
This is what I'm trying to say.
This is what I'm trying to say. Tell
Content
him.
like
Coach him,
you're
coach
all
him,
right.
coach him.
Going back to the thing. This right here, this dumbass content, like this zero brainless waste of time content. You don't learn nothing out of this. You get zero anything out of this. Now, I'm not saying
I
you
don't
don't
agree.
ever watch it.
I
I'm
don't
not saying
agree.
what do you get out of this. Please name the fucking type
Entertainment.
5 things you get out of it.
Entertainment.
I was just about to say, I only have to name one. Laughter. It was funny as fuck.
Great laughter, great, awesome. If you continue doing this shit laughter for rest of your life,
Well, no, you don't sit here and watch this
that's my
dumbass
point.
video all
There's-
the time.
The reason that he got 2.4 million views is people keep rewatching this shit.
Times.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now, again, this shit and the red pill community dunking on women shit is gonna continue growing. The minute you sit down and you talk about like, hey, improve yourself, stop being a fat slob, do so, nobody wanna listen to that because that's toxic. It hurts my fucking feelings. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it is.
I don't agree, Jay.
Well, okay.
Why are like people like David Goggins famous?
They're not as famous as they were.
Okay.
David Goggins is gone. He's not as famous as he was.
Okay, and Fresh
the
and
thing of
Fit
the-
is going down.
No, they're not. They're still growing their audience.
But in the main hype sense,
Main hype sense, they're still growing their audience.
Still growing their audience is one thing, Jay, but main hype sense is another. Joe Rogan to this day is still growing his audience, but he's not in like main hype, like the top freaking thing, unless someone goes on and says some wild shit.
Joe Rogan is one of the largest earners on podcasts. What are you talking about?
No, Jay, you're not listening to me. He can still be growing in the sense of his audience is growing.
Yeah.
But the hype topic, you realize things go through cycles, right?
Okay, so that's my whole point. The hype topic that you're talking about, right? The hype topic. That's all you have to offer, because then after that people get bored. But who they stick with is Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is going to continue keeping your eyes on him because he does intellectual fucking conversations. He brings people and you can actually fucking learn some shit from it. You're going to watch Jynxzi 2 times and then you're going to forget him in another 6 months.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
You're going to forget him in 6 months. Maybe a year.
He's
he's
crazy.
Gonna pull another dumbass stunt and we're going to fucking beat...
Nah, he is crazy good at video games, though.
My point is, you get zero.
Joe Rogan's gonna release a podcast where he has, I don't fucking know, some Brandon Schaub, and they're still gonna watch it because it's entertaining. He's built a brand.
Correct. And it keeps eyes on him. Continuously, people go back to Joe Rogan and watch Joe Rogan's podcast. Continuously, advertisers pay him hella money to advertise on his... The reason being because he maintains eyes, right? Like, the reason, what's his name? That fucking guy that just got fired from Fox. He went to Twitter. The Republican guy.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so Patrick Bet-David on air offered him $100 million. Tucker. He offered him $100 million to come work for Valuetainment. He said, I am broke. I will not take your money. I'm going to go to Twitter. Or X.
Right.
He's right now streaming on X. Why? Why do you think Elon said, okay, come on over? Because he knows Chris Tucker is going to bring people over from his side of the aisle. He's going to bring people over. Whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whether he's hype or not hype, people are going to continue watching Chris Tucker for years to come. Jynxzi is going to be forgotten tomorrow.
Tucker
Carlson, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, he's an idiot too. But whatever the point is, that Jynxzi is going to be forgotten in 1 year. Just like all those off-white brands that came around of clothing, just like Supreme is no longer up there.
Ready, Jay? I have to
watch Carl
Tucker Carlson.
Whatever the fuck.
Why would you watch him? Why would you watch? He's a very right-winged Republican, and he's always out there like bashing Democrats.
Why would people choose him over anybody else in the Red Pill community?
Well, because the Red Pill community just talks about like relationships between men and women. Tucker Carlson talks about like politics. He's like completely on the other side of the aisle. Because
why in his side, right? Mm-hmm. Why do people watch him?
Because eventually, when you're younger, you don't give a shit about politics until you grow up. When you get in your like 40s, mid 40s, you start getting into politics. The reason being because you start working, and you start understanding how much politics of the government influence your life, and you start getting more into that. Because you get more life experience.
Does that still answer my question? Why do people watch him?
What do you mean? He's very controversial.
Why do people watch him?
He's very controversial.
Over somebody else.
He's very controversial. Literally, that's why.
Just that?
Yes. Why do people watch Piers Morgan?
So, would you say that people find that entertaining?
No, I think that he brings drama and they side with him. Not entertaining. They side with him.
Entertainment again.
No, they side with him. He doesn't create entertainment. There's a difference to it. Jynxzi creates entertainment. You laugh about it, and it keeps you busy for a little bit. Your mind is kind of blank. With Carlson Tucker, it gets your emotions out. Like, it gets your anger out, your laughter out. Like, it gets you happy and sad all at the same time.
That's entertainment.
Exactly.
Ah, man, I don't know if it's
I don't know why you're trying to put this into these
entertainment.
Weird classes. Like, this not entertainment, it is entertainment. Listen, Jay.
It's not.
Well, you're talking about Jynxzi is going to be gone in this. So look.
So is Neon.
Listen.
So is Jynxzi. They're going to be gone in the next year or two.
And so is Fresh and Fit in that same sense is gone. You want to hear what? Oh my God, Jay, you're thinking from your echo chamber, bro. I swear to God. Because you see content like that. You think everyone's phone is the same content you get.
That's not the point. The point is
listen, let me get the thought out. Audience. Okay, and Jynxzi, even after his hype cycle, he's gonna keep streaming and he'll still grow. doesn't mean the same way these other guys do.
Jynxzi's gonna hit.
Jynxzi's been streaming for 10,000 hours. You don't
Okay.
think he hasn't worked to get here and has built an established base?
I
He's going to go through his
understand.
hype cycle. His peak viewers will go down, but then he'll still have his viewers that are there and keep growing like he was
Correct.
before.
As
But he
long
will-
as he consistently puts out content.
Yeah.
If not, he'll completely just
But
die
he
out.
Right.
will never become Mr. Beast. He will never become Joe Rogan. He will never become any of those top creators. He's always going to be a mediocre creator.
That's not true.
That's the thing is nobody expects to be the number one.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
you
that-
don't know that, Jay. You
and I-
don't know that.
And I well, I do know if he continues doing this content, he won't.
But that's what's getting him
Because
there.
So Jay, you have to realize that you're saying Mr. Beast and Joe Rogan. There is nobody in the gaming community except for maybe Shroud or like Ninja that has blown up like that, right? To where other people recognize him because of Fortnite and this. But you still don't even know the names I just said, right? No. So
I didn't know any of those
right.
either.
So for
But here's the thing. You're forgetting one simple thing. As you grow with your time, right? You stop playing video games. It's going to happen to you. You are going to stop playing
I don't
video
know
games.
why you think these things, Jay.
You will
When
stop
there's
playing video
40,
games.
50-year-old men making millions of dollars on Twitch right now.
Correct, I understand. But as they get older, their audience, the younger people want to see their own younger people
What's her
in
name?
audience.
What's her name?
Her name. Don't go into her.
Tactical Grandma. Bro, she's like 60-something years old or 50-something years
Yeah.
old, and she's playing video games making hella money.
I understand.
I don't know why you say people grow
understand.
out of this. And I have friends that are 40. Nando, like, all these people play video games.
Telling me since I
Emily's-
got my first computer, you'll grow out of it. You'll stop.
You will
playing.
grow
Yeah.
out of it.
I don't think that's
You're
true.
still young, bro. You still got another
No,
10,
because
15 years on top
Jay,
of it before you
you
grow
don't
out of it.
understand
I'm
the kind of
23 and I've drank and smoked enough to the point
Bro,
where I'm not
got-
fucking
growing
developing anything
growing
else.
out of what, Jay? I just don't think you realize that you think that you grew out of it and that you liked video games as a kid and you loved them as a kid. You didn't love them as much as we did, clearly.
Bro, like the same things that you guys done, I've done too. You're talking about staying up at nights and playing nights over nights for weeks and months.
Yeah.
I've done all of it, including the PC, including the Xbox, back
Yeah.
to PC, back
But
and
then
forth.
you did it for years and did it and then got to a point where you got busy
Correct.
and stopped doing it.
Correct.
And then even when you started
Correct.
maybe having a little
Because
bit of time,
life happens.
listen, even when you started even having a little bit of time here and there, that wasn't one of your things for one of your entertainment options. You didn't look at it as an option. You didn't care for it
The
anymore.
Correct.
people around
We
you
still
who
look
aren't
at it
doing-
as an option for our free time to
Right
do
now,
things.
The
right
people-
now.
What do you mean right now?
Because life happens when you grow up.
What is
life
jujitsu?
happens.
Your free time, you want to go do stuff and enjoy
Okay.
yourself.
How about this? We can have this conversation in another 15 years. Cool?
Bro, you don't understand. You don't understand.
No, we can have this conversation. in
Whatever
15
you say,
years.
Jay. Whatever you say, I think you don't
I
understand.
feel like sometimes we do a lot of charity work for Jay and being his therapist.
No, I don't think. I don't
we
think
gotta
you
get
do.
paid, Jay.
I think
Do
you
we
guys.
gotta get paid, nigga?
I think you guys what you're doing. I think what you're doing instead of like actually like hearing what I'm saying, you're like pushing because I want to do it right now. It's gonna continue going. I'm telling you, it's not because when I was your age, exactly the same thing I was telling everybody like that, just like you guys arguing with people how video games will never leave my life. Never will. That would never happen.
You want to hear
Guess
something,
what?
Jay?
It did.
You want to hear something?
Yeah.
One, video games aren't the same as they used to be. You want to hear why and what I'm
Oh
going to
my
explain to
fucking
you?
God.
Ready?
Video games have gotten better and
goddamn,
better over
motherfucker can't let me
times.
speak. You know let me
Okay.
speak? Okay. So, when I get on
Uh-huh.
to my computer and I want to play some video games, or even I don't want to play video games, you know what I do? I hang out with my boys and my girl, Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why video games won't leave, because I have my friend group. There's people there, and even when I didn't have them, maybe I had a different friend group,
Yeah.
whatever it was, friends that I played with that are local to me, because all these guys are out of
Yeah.
state, and I still know some of those people. Actually, Tommy we had in the pod was one of those people I
Yeah.
played a lot of video games with, Isa, or things like that.
Yeah.
When you have people that you continue to still play with,
Mhm.
that's another thing that keeps you there.
I get that. And those friends are no longer going to be there in 10, 15 years.
Okay.
Only some of them going to stay and some of them won't. That's just life. Life is like that. Life is a bitch. Shit happens in
Yeah.
life.
I get it, Jay. I get what you're saying.
So the point is that
But I ain't
life
going-
is going to
video games
happen
aren't going
because
nowhere.
you're going to have a family, you're going to have a house, you're going to have to take care of it, then you're going to have kids, you're going to have this and that. And those things are going to get in your way of taking care of your house and your own things. You're going to have to put something to the side.
And I'm gonna play video games. Those
You won't.
motherfuckers. Yeah, I remember.
You won't. If you want to
We're gonna have
continue
my-
having your family
we're
and
gonna
your
have-
relationships, you will not play video games. I'm telling
We're
you.
gonna have
Because human connection is going to
Minecraft
be more
world.
important for you than going and playing a Minecraft. I'm just telling you.
But
it's
how is
gonna
that not
happen.
human connection when
It's
you're playing
not.
with your friends or your kid or whatever
It's
it is?
not. Because this
That's
right here,
bullshit.
this
That's
right here is
100%
gonna be
bullshit.
better.
You want to know why I think that's bullshit?
Okay.
Because of all the hours I've played with Miguel. That's not human connection. Or me and my
Bro,
boys
Miguel hangs
screaming.
out with you on a daily basis.
And that doesn't have anything to do with
Okay.
anything. Or
How
all
about-
my other friends.
Bro, I'm
Yo,
telling
you
you.
are talking wild shit right now.
I am
saying
telling
that
you.
that's not human connection. Playing video games with your
I am
boys.
telling you right
It's like
now,
this-
15 years we can have this conversation
That's
again.
such
And
bullshit.
like, what did I tell you?
It's a board game.
I
When
won't
you're
say
playing,
it. I just laugh.
when you're sitting and playing a board game with your friends. It's not human connection
I
or a
rarely
card
play
game.
board games.
Nigga, did I fucking ask you that? That's not the question I asked.
When you sitting and playing a board game or card games like the Uno when we were on a cruise with bunch of people around, when you're making fun of them and you see their reactions, you're right there staring in their faces.
All that shit we do.
How you glued to the screen? You can't see your friends when you play.
Well, I
this
can.
game.
You can't see your friends.
Yes, we literally play on this with our second monitors, right? With
Yeah.
all of our streams that we're
Where are
see
you
each
looking
other's
at?
games.
You looking at the screen
And-
not to get shot, or you looking at them while you fucking?
Well,
walk
in the moment, I glance over all the
Why would
time.
I do that?
Okay, okay. I'm just
You
telling
talking
you.
shit.
I'm just
Are
telling
you looking
you.
at everyone at the same
I'm
Are
just
you
telling
looking
you.
at everyone at the same time when you're playing Uno?
I'm just telling you.
Or are you looking at the cards?
I'm just telling you, I used to argue exactly the same things, word for word. When people older than me said, you're going to stop playing video games, I was like, you're fucking crazy. Video games are here to stay. Guess what? Shit happens, and you're going to have to pull
Miggy.
your own
Video
weight.
game stage.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
All
bro.
I'm hearing is
They don't. Because right now, you guys don't
J-turn
need to
gay.
worry about things. It's not being gay for,
I totally
for giving
underst-
up video games to do something else in life. It's not gay. That's literally
I
what
totally
growing up is
understand
all
what
about.
you're saying about that. The fact that
Bro, but
I don't have enough time to play video games as much as I like because I
Duh.
have other shit to do.
And I
have
agree
other
with
shit that I
Natalie.
wanna
These
do.
these people also have also have lives outside of streaming in their jobs, so they have more free time. I agree. These people
wanna
that
read what
stream and
Natalie
make money,
said.
they have time because people like you watch it. But people like you don't have time to go play video games. When you get a family, friends, girlfriends, children, you don't have time for video games. There's just not enough time in a day for you to do video games. They're just not.
I don't know.
There's just not.
I'll talk to you in 15 years.
Yeah, you'll see. Unless you're gonna be single by then and you
I
have
agree.
nothing else to do.
I agree, Natalie. He doesn't understand the content and how these viewers and subscribers are with streamers.
I'm not saying that this is gonna stop. More and more kids,
These
younger
viewers.
kids, gonna continue subscribing doing this. Younger kids, but the ones that get older, they always drop out of the fucking video games because playing video games is not going to be the primary focal point. And if it is going to be primary focal point, unless you're really good at making money with that, well, then you're gonna be wasting your time just playing fucking video games. That's all I'm saying.
See, just like you said, the Jynxzi video was a waste of time.
It
in
is
a
a waste
sense.
for me. That's a waste of time. Like for
Yeah,
me,
'cause
that
you don't get a
does not-
laugh. Maybe because you didn't get a laugh out of it,
No,
so it's a
because-
waste of time.
because
But
that-
for me, I got a laugh out of it, and
I'm
I love
glad-
laughing.
I'm glad you love laughing, and that's good that you got a laugh out of it. But I don't get any value from Jynxzi's video. Like there's no value in it for me. They're just a little laugh. I can watch Matt Rife and just get the same laugh. I can watch what's his name, Flagrant.
I can respect it.
Flagrant
man.
too.
Everybody's gonna like something different.
Yeah, I can watch
Well,
Chappelle
that
and
I
get-
that I
I can
that I
respect
under
it. If you don't
that
like it,
I
you don't like it.
understand, but to call the other flavor stupid is not. I don't understand.
Well,
That's just an opinion.
not everyone likes grapes
That's
or
just
or
another color on the rainbow.
not everyone likes grapes or the black
But
licorice
grapes
candy.
aren't wrong.
Grapes aren't wrong. They're just
Exactly.
not everybody likes it, but then so is licorice. Not everybody likes licorice. A lot of people don't like licorice.
Life and Hassan's example of one, and even
Yeah, Hassan is actually his views in comparison to Fresh and Fit are like they're not there. They're just not there. Hassan, H3, all of those guys, they're still the
H3 also had its little peak back
Correct.
then, and then it just fucking.
Yep,
much
just like
controversy,
Hassan.
Too much drama.
Just
too many
like Lasanabi.
lawsuits, Too much shit.
Yep, just like Lasanabi, same thing. He bit the fucking people that he wasn't supposed to because he wants to all like, talk shit on there, and that's what happens, He can't back up of what he's saying all
All
the
right.
time.
Well, we've gone on a rant. Let's talk a little bit about your Tango.
The Tango,
let's
the
have
trusted
a-
website.
let's have
After this
your
conversation,
Tango.
after the last topic, I don't even want to look at this shit.
If
The
a guy
trusted
says
website.
any of these 12 phrases, run before you even know how to crawl.
All right, let's go
By
down. Let's see.
Francesca Duarte.
Okay, all right, Francesca. Let's see what you got for
All
us.
right, I'll read the little article here. All right, let's start with one. You're out of my league. If a man ever admits to being out of your league, he's probably right. Men like to use this phrase as a compliment to flatter women, but it contrarily reveals their incompetence. You're out of my league, fellas.
I would never say that. I would say I'm out of your league. I never. Say
So
that.
what makes this bad?
I would never say that you're out of my league. Why would you? Why would you say that you're out of her league, knowing as many expectations as girls have from guys, their list as long as it is? Why would you say I'm out of your league?
I don't
Makes
know.
no
I
sense.
feel like it'd make you vulnerable in a way.
I don't say you're out of my league verbatim, but I mean,
Like you're too hot for me.
I think Emily's too pretty for me. Yeah, like for a guy that looks like me, and a girl that looks like her.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
glad-
match on that scale. Yeah.
I'm glad you're saying that. 'Cause
What?
I do agree with that.
Okay, that's gonna.
Alright.
You think that's gonna offend me, Jay? Like you just roasted me?
He's like, I'm gonna use that.
No, it was not a roast. I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah. So what is
Yeah.
what's so bad about? I mean, I guess when you say out of your league, you're taking this in I think a way like a mad broad spectrum.
Yes,
Like,
I am.
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
2, I just don't want to hurt you. If a man is already predicting any chance of hurting you, there's likely a chance that he will.
Now, a guy
So,
would say that
bitch.
shit if they're like have her as a side chick. You know,
Yeah,
and
because
they want her
when
as a
you
side chick.
care for someone, you're not
Just like a
it's
slight
not-
waiver?
not that you don't care to hurt them, but you understand that if you need to be honest and whatever it is, how some things have to hurt, right?
Uh-huh.
Number-
I just want somebody to explain to me what's a low emotional intelligence. I just want.
So first, let's get to it. All right. Number 3, think what you want. Some men unfortunately suffer from low emotional intelligence, which explains why they're unable to understand the thoughts and feelings of their partners. Think what you want is a common phrase you'll hear when a man is in denial of acknowledging his wrongdoing and potentially hiding something.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not saying guys are right.
Low emotional intelligence. I think maybe this derives from men not being educated.
Well, here's the thing.
In like the emotional aspect.
Here's the thing. If logic makes more sense, right? Logic makes more sense. I don't care how you emotionally feel about the situation.
That's one way.
Logic makes more sense.
That's one way to look at it, and in that sense, I do agree with you. Men usually are very blunt and
Yeah.
just say things straight up.
Straight up.
Which I I get that, right? But I will say anecdotally, and from one of my good friends told me that I
I
grew up
agree
very.
with you. It will die down.
I grew up very close with, right?
Natalie,
We
I
talked
agree
about
with
with our relationships. You know, I remember we had this conversation in high school. That we grew up in the environment where
you. Yeah.
men had to be the stoic and show no emotion, this and that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it came to that stuff, he kind of told me like he asked me the question, oh, have you noticed it's hard for you to like speak your emotions to your girl and tell her exactly if you're pissed or you're sad or what's going on, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, I usually just don't say nothing. And he's like, yeah, I do the same thing, and that's not good. You should let your partner know how you feel, right? I think that is somewhere where I can see a lot of men lacking.
So, okay. Can I suggest a...
And then there's some men that are vice versa, where they do too much, little
Yeah.
bitches,
Can I suggest...
crybabies,
Can I
right?
suggest a thing? One thing that repulses a lot of girls is guys being crybabies.
Right.
So, in the case where you're not saying anything and then you go and postal, you're fucking wrong because you're just being a nice guy and you don't want to hurt their feelings. You're actually doing more harm.
It's a
than
middle
good.
ground.
You're doing more harm than if you were bitching like a little girl, right? So I think if you see something in your girl and you don't like, you immediately nip it in the bud and you say, hey, listen, I don't like this. I don't want to argue about this. I don't like this behavior, period. Done. Conversation is
Why
over.
did this have to become about disciplining her?
It's not about disciplining her. It's just, it's not about discipline.
Where did this come from?
No, it's not about discipline. It's you saying, because you can still be your stoic self and say, I don't like this.
Right. No. So it's not about showing the emotion, it's about communicating them, right?
Yes, you're just saying, hey, listen, whatever you did was wrong. I do not appreciate that. I don't want to argue about this. We're way past this. We're too grown up to
Okay,
fucking
this is just your
rehash
example.
some
Gotcha.
situation. You know what I mean? Let's not do this anymore. If you like me to go into details why, in my opinion, this is wrong, I can. But just take it for what it is. And then if she wants explanation, you give her an explanation, normal explanation. But if your argument about a subject lasts more than 30 to 45 minutes, drop it. You're not going to find a solution to this. You're not. And that's the whole thing, right? Don't be emotional, but tell them when they do something that you don't like. People will do things that you don't like. And a lot of times girls will shit test you. That's their nature. They want to ensure they're with the strongest guy out there. It's just subconscious. You can't take that away. It's biology.
Yeah.
So, I think what you want. At the end of the day, think what you want. That's one of those things when you had a conversation for more than 45 minutes and the girls still don't get it. Like, think what you want, and you storm out. That's emotional.
My exes are all crazy. This is where I run into a problem where I've seen with some men around me. They like to talk about their previous relationships a lot.
Yes.
Like, I know a guy, we haven't had him on or ever, but he used to, every time we would be around, hanging around in the group and with his girl and stuff.
And then talk hella shit about the girl?
Not necessarily talk hella shit about the girl, but he would start telling stories of previous relationships. Oh, I was here with this girl and did this.
Yeah,
with this time I was with this girl and we were doing this. Or, talking a lot and, giving more details than he should in front of his current partner, right? Like, if it was just me and him, we're talking bullshit, right, as guys.
Yeah,
but this is in front of the group.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to tell a story about some event, but then he has
That's
to,
just
like...
trying to seem cool. That's just trying too hard.
Yeah, but then in front of your girl, bro, like...
The whole thing with my exes are all crazy. If you dated a girl, I don't care how crazy she was. Even if she was fucking, what's her name? Johnny Depp's wife, right? Amber Heard. Amber Turd, right? You never say she was crazy. Never. Because your dumbass dated this crazy girl. How stupid do you look? In front of people. Saying that you dated somebody fucking crazy. How stupid do you look?
I heard of this one chick. This guy I know. He broke up with her or whatever. Or like went ghost on her. And she waited outside of his house.
Girls will do stuff like that. They're emotionally erratic. Girls will do shit like that. And this is normal. This is how they are. You can't blame them for who they are.
She recorded a conversation between him and her, and took it to his mom and started like tattletale on him.
Yeah, tattletale on him, and then people probably listened to the conversation like, bro, you're acting irrational. They told that girl. I don't know. I'm assuming this.
I don't know.
Now, if the guy was emotional,
I just heard these stories.
Say dumb shit. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like you gotta stay in your masculine, bro. Like, it doesn't work if you don't. It doesn't mean you don't say anything, but when you say something, you don't fucking just destroy their confidence and this and that. You say it in a way, sometimes that might come off as, just like you said, is very disciplining. But, sorry. I mean, if I don't like something, I'm going to tell you. Like, I'm not going to keep it behind my teeth and then blow up on you and go postal. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I agree, Natalie. That it's a hot topic and it's going to die down. Like I said, everything goes through its cycle. These trends, like you said.
I don't think it's going to die down if she's talking about the red pill, because pendulum never swings back and it's not going to change. And the numbers are there.
So what? I mean,
pendulum doesn't swing back. In this subject, pendulum doesn't swing back.
I think all subjects pendulums they
no,
swing.
It doesn't swing back, and I'll tell you why it doesn't swing. With social media and access, girls more than ever now have choice, which is great for them. However, it's not good for the guy that works stocking shelves at Publix or stocking shelves in Walmart. And those guys, the number of those guys is going to continue to grow. The more access girls going to have, girls naturally will choose the best candidate out of all the candidates, would want to be with that best candidate. But that subject is never going to change. Bro, they did a study. They've questioned multiple women, and they said, if you meet a guy that meets 80% of your requirements, do you consider that settled down? Unequivocally, basically almost all the women said that is settling down. Think about it for a minute.
A guy that meets all of 80%
of their requirements, they consider that as settling down. Unless it's 100% of their requirements, they do not. Like, if you met 100% of their requirements, they think that they got what they wanted. But if it's 80%, that's settling down.
That makes sense.
How does that make sense?
Because requirements are requirements. Take that as definition, as is.
How does that make sense? So let's say you're attracted to super hot models, but you don't get a super hot model because you're not at that level, right? You get what you get. You get an average girl. You will be happy as a pig in shit having a wonderful family with her.
You're like I just said, you're not taking the word requirement as requirement. You listen. Requirements.
Correct.
And for me as a girl, requirements. The girl has to meet
Like
100%.
he took me the cheesecake on the first date, and I don't
Oh
want
my
that.
God, those are not fucking requirements.
Those are
bro.
requirements.
No, listen, these are bullshit requirements. Listen, requirements. Like for me and a woman, family girl, right? Like if I look at
Bro, you can't compare your requirements to
no,
her
listen,
requirements.
listen, bro, just listen. Things like this, if they like, and maybe these girls are being irrational, straight up, they're being irrational on their requirements. In the sense where, yeah, if there's something like he has to take me to
I agree with
Cheesecake
Matt. I
Factory.
agree with Matt what he just said. Settling down is something different than settling. I agree with that statement. The reason I
Explain to
agree,
me that.
okay, so settling down, where 80% of women they're saying they're settling down, meaning they're picking the worst. I'll deal with it type of deal. Like you bitch don't meet my fucking qualifications, but I deal with you because I don't have any more options. But settling is like, you pick that, you know what, I want to be with this person, even though I like this type. I want to be with them because I love them. You settle for that person. And you love and respect them and you are in a relationship. Settling down means that you look down on a person that you're with because you settle down for them.
Right.
Because
So
they don't meet your...
I'll phrase this in the way I mean, in what I mean. If they're saying 80%, they meet 80% of their requirements and they're settling down, it's still rational in the sense where let me explain it from my point of view.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the way they're thinking about it. I put my requirements. Let's say family girl wants to have children.
Yeah.
Clean, right? Those are my 3, right? If she only meets 2 of those,
Well, it's not just those 3, right? Like,
no, I'm just giving this as like
Okay.
as a thing, right? She only meets 2 of those, right? She only meets 66% of my requirements, right? In perspective.
yeah.
And if I go with her, I'm settling down, right? Because I'm saying, okay, I'll compromise on the cleanliness or whatever, right? Or am I incorrect?
So let me say this and tell me if that fits what you want to say.
Got you.
Fit, friendly, feminine, not a hoe, doesn't embarrass you.
Yeah, we've talked about
5
this.
things. 5 things. Doesn't embarrass part is something that, all right.
Okay.
Now, if you meet all those requirements, right? Those are 5 requirements. But if you take a girl, they have a list of requirements that they want from the guy. He needs to be this tall. He needs to be this much money. He needs to have this shoe size. Wear this type of socks. Take me to these dates. Do this for me. Do that. Those
Like
are
I said,
requirements.
right? Like in these, if these are the actual requirements that they need, that this, it has to be this, has to be this.
Yes.
Sounds like it's extremely irrational.
Correct. That's my whole point.
Right.
That requirements
now.
for women have a lot of requirements when it comes to guys. This is why it's so hard for guys to date girls. This is why 80% of women only select 5% of the men on dating apps. Like the data is out. This pendulum will never swing back. If I'm out there partying every day and one day I decided I'm done, I'm going to say, okay, I need to settle down. It ready to continue to one person, commit to one person. Yeah, but you're taking it the wrong way. The way they said settle down.
If I'm settling, that means I'm just taking someone that doesn't meet what I actually want.
So the way they said settling down, it was like they're looking down on it, meaning that they thought that their worth is a lot more than their partners. This was what the study was about. The settling down part was to indicate that they're better than the partner they're with. Even the divorce rates are there to show, right? Like the 70% divorce rate in United States.
No, I think I agree with what they're saying. Settling down usually in that term usually means you're ready to settle down. You're done with your partying and you're done with this. And then settling with someone kind of, yeah, that makes sense to what they're saying.
But settling down and settling for women means something different than for maybe
and
Matt.
I guess the context you're taking it in, right? That's what it
Correct.
kind of seems.
Correct. Because a lot of times girls will say, I settled for this guy. Or
Yeah, I
settled down for this
I
guy.
agree with you with Nat and,
Yeah.
and Matt. Okay. I mean, we're
Alright, good.
good. I think for today, no? Oh shit, we still got more of this article. More shit tango.
If you deserve someone so much better than me. This is just a guy that wants a side piece. Literally, that's what he will say.
You deserve someone so much better than me.
That's just a side
Yeah,
piece.
that guy's got some serious problems. If you actually believe.
Oh well, he has no problems. He just wants her as a side piece. He just
I don't think I'm
basically
good
telling her,
enough
I'm
for
never
you.
gonna give you a commitment.
It's a bunch of like
I don't think I'm good
Just
enough for you. Yeah, again,
dogging yourself, basically.
I've only cheated in my previous relationship because I've never loved a girl like you. Oh, that's bullshit. I've never met someone like you before.
Give me
That's
a synonym
bullshit.
to I've never met someone like you.
That's bullshit. I think majority of girls are more alike than different. So a lot of girls are not very special. They're all alike.
All right, well, I mean, we could cut it
Damn,
here.
that's
if you guys want.
fucked, Jay. Not girls are special.
A lot
but
of the
men
girls,
are?
a lot of girls are not special. They're not. They're all alike. They want the same things. They like the same things.
Men are the same way in that aspect.
Correct.
then.
Men are exactly the same
So
way.
no man, no one is as special as they
Correct.
think. Okay,
Correct.
that's the
No
way you
one is
should
special
frame.
as you.
That's the way you
Majority-
should have framed it instead.
No, majority. Yeah, well, I mean, this goes both ways, right? Majority of people are average. Majority of people are average, no matter how you toss it.
Alrighty, well, I think that's good for today. It's a great pod.
Well, we had more interesting subjects, no? Some of the
Yeah.
articles were pretty good. I thought-
We'll wait for next time.
All
We
right,
got
well,
Thursday.
what time is it, bro? Okay, fine. They want to cut it short? Fine.
Damn, Jay, you pissy today or something, huh?
No, I'm not pissed at all.
I'm just fucking with you.
Did you go to jiu-jitsu?
I did. I came back from.
Did it get you choked today?
No, it's not that. I have really, really bad tendonitis in both of my elbows, so I can't roll as hard as I want.
Mm-hmm.
Like even a tiny, like if you grab my arm and bend it a little bit, I'll be like, I'm done.
Bro, all the time I have people that literally just walk by me, right? Because anytime my arm is straight, it's in a very vulnerable state,
Yeah.
right? So I have people that walk by me and just bump my elbow a little too hard, that sends it forward and kind of jerks the arm because it's already pretty straight. You know, if I'm just standing, that shit hurts like a motherfucker.
So if I take my arm right now and straighten it, it hurts. Like it hurts the
Yeah.
tendon. So
yeah, so I don't know about you, but you guys said for you it's right here, right?
Mhm.
For me, it's in the back. It's from an injury that I had.
Yeah.
I got the X-ray yesterday.
Yeah.
They didn't find nothing.
Nothing.
I gotta get an MRI, I'm
Just
sure.
Oh, okay.
So, because
So
X-ray only
X-rays the
checks the
bones.
bones, right? I
Yeah.
gotta check the tendons and
Yeah.
ligaments.
So MRI, you might have a tiny tear.
I caught Vic
See,
today
this is-
in a wrist lock. He's like, oh,
Oh my God,
he's
Mickey.
pissing me off and sticking his fucking hand in my pocket.
What did you do? How did you catch
I
it?
just grabbed him and just put his hand behind and I just wrist locked him in the front.
Like a police officer?
Kind of, yeah.
That's
Was he impressed with your jiu-jitsu skills?
No, he was like, whoa, why do you do that?
hilarious?
Because I do jiu-jitsu. But yeah, cool. Yeah, fine. Let's do it Tuesday. Thursday, we got more articles
Yeet.
to go through.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you everyone for joining us and listening to me and Jay argue about stupid shit, which is
It
fun.
is stupid shit. But at least it's better than doing this shit. And then falling off your fucking chair like a crack addict.
That shit was funny. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out to watch us. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you on